This sound has been trending on social media. Take a listen. I'll come back.
Listen, a few years ago, I probably would have had a list about what my type was, what he needs to look like, and what he needs to do. But my type has changed. My type is an Ephesians 5:25 kind of man. Can you sacrifice for me? Can you love me like Christ loved the church? That's my type.
Now let's listen to this one.
See, women are not loyal to your sacrifice. I tell as many men that have cared to listen that all those things you have done for these girls who have left you, if you have divided those things in 5 and done it for 5 different men, at least you would have had 3 men who are loyal to you to the core today. Men are loyal to the sacrifice of other men.
Now here's what I think about these 2 videos. They are both correct. I'll explain. The first one should be a normal thing. In marriages, it should be normal for the husband to sacrifice for the wife and family entirely. But outside marriage, it doesn't make no sense. Giving and sacrifice are 2 different things.
Yes.
Now, if you give to somebody outside the marriage, it's okay. But to sacrifice when there's no promise, there's no memorandum of understanding that there's going to be a reward, because there's no human being that sacrifices and doesn't aim to get something out of it. I'm not saying giving. Sacrifice is different from giving. Now, the occurrence of this one outside marriage has caused more women to leave men. It now becomes a norm that this one will come and he will sacrifice for me and he will go. This relationship happens between naive men and pretty ladies. After sacrificing for you outside marriage, what happens when the higher bidder come? Now mind you that one man's sacrifice is another man's chicken change. And then most of these women don't understand the difference. What's the sum you're taking from to sacrifice to me? That's why you hear your mate, you cannot even. You are being measured to different sizes of bank accounts and achievements. It's like using the Bible to con men into doing some certain things, because it is not how it's supposed to be outside the marriage. That verse was for couples within the marriage, not outside of it. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, put yourself in the shoes of your brother or any man who matters to you. Just imagine that your brother meets a random girl and starts to pour sacrifice on her, and you are there, your mom is there, and every other well-meaning woman to him is there. What happens to the women who would never live his life? That's what men are doing every day. They're pouring their sacrifices into their sisters, their moms, like people that would never leave them. Most men are thinking, if we sacrifice for you, who will now sacrifice for our sisters, our moms? Who will do that? Society is filled with wounded men who have sacrificed the most and have gotten nothing from it. Personally, I don't have many women in my life who are sitting down and waiting for men to sacrifice for them. But I expect the women in my life to understand sacrifice well enough to want to meet me at a point where they have sacrificed for themselves and I have sacrificed for myself. And then sacrifice in the union becomes a normal thing, because this is what marriage was all about in the time of our fathers. Sacrifice now water. We hear stories every day of men who have sacrificed for women, and then in the end they ask them, did I ask you to do it for me? I'm telling you, thank you. I appreciate you. There's no guarantee that these people will be there for you. When that time comes and they start to act as if they did not know your intentions, you didn't tell me that you want to marry me now. But did you open your mouth and tell me that if I do this thing for you, you're going to marry me? Rather, sacrifice for yourself, for your future. The people that mean the most, the people that can sacrifice for you too. These things are the most important. These are the determinants of how far or how fast your life moves. Most of the men that I know will do the same thing for me. So there's a lot of truth in what she said.
3 men who are
But what she said is valid only within the marriage. Outside the marriage, don't sacrifice nothing for nobody. Sacrifice for yourself to look better in order to meet other people that can sacrifice for you too. In order to get this kind of content, come back here again tomorrow. Peace.